everyone. So this video is going to be slightly different. I'm going to be baking 180 cookies in the shape of a Porsche race car, because what says thank you more than a Porsche shaped cookie? So we're gonna make sugar cookies as well as double chocolate chip cookies. I have scoped out a pretty good recipe from Sally's Baking Addiction. Shay from Privé is an avid baker and she gave them the tick of approval. So I'm gonna go with and trust the fact that these recipes are gonna turn out amazing. Let me show you all of our supplies. We've got all of this. We're also making this thing called Addiction, also referred to as Christmas crack. Here we go. Here's our weapons of choice, and we're gonna wing it. We're gonna see how this goes. I've also never made this many cookies, so wish me luck. Okay, so this recipe makes roughly 20 cookies, and I need to make 90 of each flavor. So I'm gonna do 4.5 times the recipe that's on here. So I'm gonna do the math beforehand and like write out exactly how much from each ingredient is 4.5 times, so that way I can quickly look at it before I get going. So let's see. Whisk the flour, baking powder, and salt together in a medium bowl. First things first, we don't want hair in the cookies. Even though my last name is Cook, I'm not professional, so feel free to laugh at me. Have successfully done one step. All right, it's gonna be a long day. 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Salt, 1/4 teaspoon for one of the servings. 3 times, that is 3/4 of a teaspoon. All right, now I gotta whisk this business together. Next step. This is my grandma's mixer. So now I guess it's mine. Oh gosh, why is it on? It should be off. Okay, it says the butter needs to be room temperature. All right, so I need 3 and 3.75 cups, and 4 sticks is 2 cups. Yeah, just a PSA, this is not what I normally would make or cook, but you know, it's the holidays and you get some treats, so much sugar. That is a lot of sugar. I went to plug my mixer into the other outlet because the butter's not melting, and I figured I'd just use a hairdryer to soften it up a little bit because I didn't want to put a metal bowl in the microwave. Like, that's not good, not good. Don't go home and try that. But I plugged the mixer in. There was like a very large spark that came out of it, and it made a boom, snap boom noise. So a little concerned. I wonder if it's even gonna turn back on. Oh no, it's broken. Shh. This is unfortunate. Good news is I have a hand mixer. We're gonna figure this out. Tired and old and hadn't exercised in a while, and then I get her out and she's trying to make some cookie mix for me, and she's just like, she needed a warm up. I thought I gave her a warm up, but apparently that didn't work. Honestly though, I'm really glad that my apartment didn't catch on fire because that was a big spark. So I think I figured out the problem. Somehow plugging in the blow dryer fried the circuit. So apparently the blender has now fried my blow dryer. Casualties continue. Okay. Crisis averted. Well, this hand mixer will work. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so 9 teaspoons of the vanilla. That was a big pour. Almond extract is only 1.5. I feel like I kind of winging it. 4.5 eggs. Room temperature. 4. Well, it's just comical at this point. So now the hand mixer that I have has also shorted out, and if you can't tell, it's actually smoking. Yeah, I think Grandma's old cooking gear was awesome and lasted a really long time, but unfortunately, I think they've just had their day. Now I have no mixer to finish making the cookies, so BRB. Let me figure out what I need to do. Shit. Well, this was not part of the plan, but I am gonna go to either Walmart, Kohl's, somewhere, and try to buy a mixer right now. This is exciting, guys. This is like a way more dramatic cookie making video than I intended to make. But here we go. Here we are at Wally World at 9 p.m. at night, getting a mixer. A little more modern take on the hand mixer. We have a new hand mixer. It's very festive for the holidays. Thought it was appropriate. And we're gonna give this another go. Looking promising. Okay, now I'm supposed to take half of the dough, put it on this parchment paper, and roll it out with a lightly floured rolling pin. So, do that. Alright, so you place like 2 doughs on top of each other. There's one underneath here. And then you put them in the fridge for like 1 to 2 hours or up to 2 days. So I'm gonna finish all the dough tonight. I'm gonna put it in the fridge, and then I'm gonna finish baking all the cookies tomorrow. Some of the dough's done. Now it's time to make the chocolate cookie dough. This baking stuff is not for wimps. I admire all the grandmas and the moms around the world that have done this. It is way harder than I expected. I've made cookies before, but I feel like they were always like in smaller batches and like easier recipes, but I salute all the Grammys out there. So you guys submitted some questions for me to answer while I am baking on Instagram, and the first one was, what are my plans for 2024? So plans are to race in the Porsche Carrera Cup again with Kelly Moss. And so hopefully getting the rest of the pieces to align to do that, but all is looking good. And I will still be coaching and maybe doing some engineering work when I can on the side. Then doing media stuff, typical brand ambassador things. Second question is, what is my ideal Christmas day? So my ideal Christmas day, I would have to say, is when my mom, ever since we were kids, she used to make this breakfast casserole and breakfast like coffee cake, and it's pretty much tradition that she's always going to make it on Christmas. And so we wake up, we maybe have some of that, or we get our stockings and then we all open them together. So I love doing that with my family. And then going and doing something like active, whether that's like going for a hike, or maybe we can go snowshoeing, and then come back afterwards and have a nice meal together, going and playing board games, and maybe like winding down with a classic Christmas movie. That's a pretty solid Christmas family day that I hope that goes that way this year. Good morning, guys. Okay, so dough has been chilling overnight. Now I'm gonna set the oven, and then I will start cutting out the Porsche cookie cutter shapes. I have to line 2 to 3 large baking sheets with parchment paper. Also, shout out to Lindsay and Luke for letting me borrow a couple of their cookie sheets, because I wasn't gonna have enough to make this many cookies, so. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This needs to warm up a bit before I cut them. We're just gonna go for it. Cookie mold was definitely 3D printed, and the rear wing, what? All right, whatever engineer designed this obviously did not test it out and bake cookies, which I'm not shocked. The depth that you actually have to push it into the cookie cutter shape to get it to even make the imprints of the car. I feel like I need to grind down this outer edge so then the imprints will be closer. So while I'm baking, I'm gonna keep answering the questions you guys asked on my Instagram. How did you become a pilot? I'm your fan very much, dear. Thanks for being a fan. So I became a driver because, well, my dad used to race motocross and supercross professionally, And he and my mom did not want us racing motorcycles, understandably. From a very young age, it was just before I was 8 years old, I got into a go-kart for the first time. And then I just went pro eventually in karting, and finally was able to get enough sponsorship in 2017 to get into an actual race car. And I had my first car race out at Summit Point in on the East Coast. Look at that. Okay, these are not perfect Porsches, but we're working with what we got here. What is your daily driver? So it is not a Porsche. I wish it was, but it is a Toyota RAV4. But it's a mom car. It gets good gas mileage. It keeps me safe in the ice and snow. It's all-wheel drive, obviously. And yeah, it's been a great car so far. I'm almost at the 100,000 mile club, so excited to achieve that. What was my best moment of 2023? It's hard. I feel like there was a lot of like really fun, new, exciting things that happened. But if I had to say, I would just say being able to race in the Porsche Carrera Cup was amazing. But I think one of the coolest races was probably Miami. During the F1 weekend, that was pretty awesome. And that was also my best finish, so that was good for the year. 6th place there. And yeah, I would say that's my best moment. From one of my friends in PT, she said, "How much do you miss me?" I miss you so much, Caitlin, so much. Another one from Maria. She commentated with me at the Mexico F1 race. She said, "Do you miss me? Ha ha ha." So yes, I miss all of you beautiful people. Wish you were here now helping me make cookies. One question is, how was my experience as a commentator during the Mexico GP? It was super fun. It was definitely a role that I had never done before. I'd never done like a pit lane reporter kind of situation. So that was super fun. We got to run around the F1 paddock the whole weekend and just see all kinds of neat behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, I liked it. It was a different kind of challenge. It was also a challenge because it was right after I had my concussion, and so like remembering information on a concussion is slightly challenging sometimes. So, but we made it through. Where will you celebrate this new year? So I love this. So I did this last year with some of my friends. We do, I guess they had a tradition where it's like around the world, New Year's Eve, and everybody brings like a different set of food from a different time zone. And so like at midnight in each of those different time zones, they like celebrate that time zone, and then they eat the food from that location. So like say it's like midnight in Italy, you eat an Italian food and you like celebrate the midnight, but it's like still, I don't know, 6 to 8 hours depending on where you are in the US. I think that's the plan for this year again, is to do that. So that'll be super fun. I'm excited. That will be in Denver. Next question is, what's your favorite engineering problem you've tackled? I think designing like a new routing of where the water goes into the engine for the new Formula Mazda. That was kind of neat. Moses had a really cool idea of the water intake, so that was cool. But another one, I mean, the F1 like suspension stuff was like pretty straightforward. There wasn't like a lot of innovation from the year before because there wasn't a rule change. In the future in Formula One, as a driver, I wish, but I'm American female and I don't come from money, so probs not. As an engineer, I don't know, maybe I'll go back one day. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll get back over to Alpine or try somewhere new. I don't know. But as of right now, not within the next probably 5 years. Arrange, cook, and bake for 11 to 12 minutes or until lightly browned. All right, check these out. They look pretty good. Took me a few batches to get them correct, though. There's definitely weren't as good, but overall, like, it's working out. Some more still baking in the oven. We're still not even on the chocolate ones yet, but all of the sugar cookies are baked. And now I am just putting tons and tons of cookie dough batter I have for the chocolate in the oven. Okay, so to put all the cookies in, I have these cute boxes I got off Amazon. and you tape the insides to open it up. And then I'm putting Porsche cookies in. I put sprinkles all over them, red sprinkles, so it kind of matches my car from this year. Now I have a lot of boxing to do. We'll get started on that. Okay, so I think we've got the finished product with the cookies at least. Porsche cookies and chocolate cookies, all tucked away for their journey. So we got the cookies done. Now we have that Christmas crack, and it won't be a big one. I will also make sure that I link the recipes that I am attempting to use. Make sure you guys have those in case you want to try. The quantity that I want to make, I need to have 18 cups of each of the cereals and 6 cups of the coconut and 6 cups of the almonds. I'm gonna mix this up and then I'll show you guys what's next. Okay, I've done my best to sift this around, but it's really hard not to make a mess and flip over the bowl. Honestly, this recipe should really come with a disclaimer that you need like a kiddie pool to put this in. We got 4 bowls going. I'm gonna make the stuff that makes it all stick together now, and we'll pray that there are no more hiccups, but that's what we love about life, right? Challenges. I'm learning a lot. Alright, so after I finish mixing this up, I need to lay it out on parchment paper for 2 to 3 hours to let the flavors intermingle. Is this baking or cooking? This is really cooking because there's nothing baking on this recipe. That's why I'm better at it, because I'm a cook, not a baker. I know, I'm so funny. I'll be here all day with the dad jokes. I think I'm gonna lay this bad boy out, and then I'm gonna go take a shower, and I will box up everything after I have a couple meetings later today. So I will do that after those meetings. Okay, you guys gotta check this out. What? This is like half of my dining room table. It's all just gotta sit here for 2 to 3 hours and marinate. I'll see you guys in a few hours. All right, guys, I am back. Finished my meetings, and I put all of the Christmas addiction in these cute little holiday boxes that I got. Chocolate and the Porsches all tucked away in there. So that's it, guys. We finally made it to the end. It's definitely been a process. Gotta get these cute little holiday boxes shipped out now to share the food love with everybody. But thank you guys for sticking with me. I know it was a long process. I think I'll stick to driving race cars for now, but it was a fun learning experience. I hope you guys enjoyed it too, enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this video and other shenanigans that I will be getting up to. So see you guys in the next video. Bye. P.S. Sorry, just me, back real quick. I forgot the most important part. Happy holidays. Hope you guys get to spend some awesome time with your friends and family this season. Okay, now for real, bye.